Oh god. Alright. Hello and welcome to the podcast. I'm Harrison and I'm here with...
Hi, I'm Connor.
I'm Khalees.
And today we're going to be answering some random questions from that bowl. Thank you.
No problem.
Chocolate or cheese?
Oh. I don't really like cheese. I feel like it's really weird because it's just hard milk in it at the end of the day.
What?
I thought
Why
it
do
was
you
mold.
look at cheese that way? That's hard
It
milk.
is that. No, chocolate's nice, but like if you have it too sugary, it's not nice. Do you get me?
What, like dark chocolate?
Oh no.
Oh, not dark chocolate.
But too sugary as well, that's bad. I like milk chocolate. No. What's the white one?
White
White
chocolate.
chocolate?
That's it. Because I know that's got milk in it as well, and it's kind of...
I think the process for making chocolate contains milk anyway.
What about dark chocolate?
That's just pure cocoa, but you said
Next
no.
question.
Oh.
Do influencers influence? No, I don't think they do. I don't think they do.
Really?
I think they'll just... Actually... No, we did this in psychology. I dropped out psychology, by the way. I think they inspire, but I don't think they influence, because I think influencing is like... I don't know, like a teacher, when they're like, oh... You know how teachers aren't allowed to share their political opinion? What if they're like, oh, I think that Donald Trump was good, and then the children will be like, oh, Donald Trump was good.
But influencers don't do that.
No, actually, I feel like some people probably are very easily influenced, and then you could say an influencer influences. Moving on.
That's very quick. Right. This one looks interesting. Oh
What's the next
god.
one?
Do you worry about the climate issue?
Every day I wake up and I think, damn, this climate is really changing.
I went to a zoo one time, and I had a polar bear in a not snowy environment, and that kind of freaked me out, because that made it feel really surreal.
I think it's weird to have polar bears in England. That is very strange.
Oh yeah,
Should
they're not
be
going to live in
over in the
Antarctica
snow.
anymore with no ice there, are they?
What?
Flowers are growing there.
Really?
Yeah. I think.
They'll just
I would
change
say
to
it's
normal
cool.
bears.
Yeah, they'll just become normal bears.
What?
They're
Oh,
actually
they'll change
they're
colour.
white because they're actually just covered in ice. If the ice melts, then they'll just be like brown bears.
You're joking. What? I didn't know that.
Surprise.
Oh my god. Anyways.
Are we going back to...
Oh, thank you.
No, you are, Harrison.
It's long. Is your generation better off or worse than your parents' or grandparents' generation?
Ooh, controversial, isn't it?
Ooh.
I think at some things, yeah, but at some things, no. Like, if you're on about the generational timeline, we're worse off. Like, we can't buy houses and things. Because back then you
Houses,
could...
Yeah, I would
Literally.
totally go back in time and just buy a house for like 10 grand.
Literally. Like, when we were younger, you could buy a house for so much cheaper than now. But if you buy a house now, how much more expensive is that going to be? Ridiculous.
Mhm.
That would cost me all of my organs
And more.
and more.
Mm.
That's why you need a couple. Sell your organs to buy a house.
That's why there's like 2 of most of them. Then you have like a spare one.
Not
That's how you...
couples.
No,
No,
organs.
your organs.
Like 2 lungs and stuff. You only really need 1.
Could you live with one lung?
Well,
like,
you can live with one kidney, can't you?
Well, kidneys and lungs are very different.
Yeah. Well, I've got asthma, so I'll just say, yeah. Marvel or DC, Khalees, this is your hot topic.
Marvel. I hate DC with a passion. Can't stand it. Can you put that over there, please?
Yeah. What do you think?
They're kind of the same.
I always felt they're just the same, just like different brands. It's like Star Wars and Star Trek. Now, I do love Star Wars, and if someone compares it to Star Trek, I will. Like, a couple of years ago, I'd have been like, nothing similar. But I watched Star Trek when I was ill one time, primary school time.
Well, all of it or just 1?
No, I can't remember what it was, but Captain Janeway was in it, and I loved her. And there was this little alien guy. He was quite funny. I think he was a chef. And then watching that made me think, do you know what? They are actually similar, just different fonts. Anyway,
Is
next
Star
one.
Trek older?
Oh, don't know.
I feel like it is.
I have no idea.
Oh, we didn't even finish. Marvel or DC?
In it, I was thinking that.
I think they're the same. I'm divided.
Okay, we'll settle for Marvel then because
We
that's
will
the only
settle for
person with an
Marvel.
opinion.
Although Marvel's gone to shit recently, I'm not a fan of it. Oh my god,
We're
can I
allowed to
swear?
swear.
Evenings or mornings?
Evening.
Correct answer.
Are you a morning person?
no, I'd say evenings.
Hmm.
'Cause then you're already awake and you don't have to wake up and then do things. You can be awake and then do things.
That is so.
Oh my god, I
wrong.
remember this thing. It's basically where you stay up late at night to procrastinate because you feel like, no, not procrastinate, but you feel like you don't get enough freedom in your day. So you'll stay up later to give yourself a moment of freedom.
I remember this.
Yeah. And then
Yeah.
you end up getting no sleep.
Rough
That's
deal.
so me.
But night's just so much better. I really like when it's dark.
Sometimes it makes you more productive.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Horror or drama?
Oh my god, I hate horror.
I do. I don't care about drama though. Drama's just a bit annoying sometimes.
I
Mm.
agree.
Jamie won't be happy you said that though, would he?
Who?
Jamie.
Oh yes, Jamie.
No, I do like dramas, but I feel like sometimes they just cause drama. Like, you know, when I'm a Celebrity, you know, Nella.
Oh.
Like, I understand it's a very sad thing, your parents dying, but he didn't directly mention her parents.
No, that made me really mad. He's just a little French man. Let's not really go at him.
French.
Okay, moving
Do
on.
you not like French people?
Oh,
No.
Go.
What?
I don't know, just the way you said French. I don't know.
what would make the world better?
Um,
By a statement, no French people. Is that what-
World better. There's a couple things.
Can you name some?
You know, so sometimes when like a house, instead of having bricks in the walls, they'll have like nothing in the walls, like drywall, but like slightly better drywall.
What is
And-
a drywall?
But you don't know what drywall is.
Just,
It's like what the Americans use to build their houses that get knocked over by wind.
oh, so paper.
You could have like a bid by wolf, and then like the wind just it goes.
right.
But it's like a mark graded drywall, but you still can't put shelves in anything. And I'd
Mm.
rather just have bricks, and it don't make sense.
Real, because the walls are so weak, you can't hang anything on them. I have that exact problem.
Do you know what I think would make the world better?
What?
Duolingo. If it was free.
I
Because
agree.
then you wouldn't need to worry about hearts. People can learn multiple languages. And I think the root of racism
Sounds
is
like a-
ignorance.
What?
And I, yeah, I know, we're getting on a hot topic now. I think if people actually cared about studying another language, they'll start to realise maybe the other people aren't so different. And then they'll be less racist.
Oh,
Anyway,
hold on.
wait, is it mine?
But does that apply to the countries that are still like hate women even though they speak the same language?
Maybe they're just mean people. But I feel like, you know, when you get like EDL members, I think if they just learnt French at the weekends, they'd probably be nicer people.
Oh, are you concerned about AI in the future?
Oh,
Yes, I'm so scared of it. You know, like the robots that run around in the restaurants?
what?
Is that AI? I'd assume so because it's a
What
robot.
robots?
So scary.
Well,
I
like
hate
they
it.
hand the food out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the ones that they're like it's like a cat robot and they just run around with the food. I think that's literally terrifying.
You know the strikes that were going on, the writer strikes, that freaked me out because it's like, will I ever write my book?
But if they make good stuff, then why does it matter if it's made by a person or not?
Oh, yeah, actually, this is a good question because it makes me think. In the future, if robots develop sentiency, will this be like the racism of that time? Like, you don't deserve rights, you're a robot. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I feel like we've got a whole new conundrum coming up where it's like, they should be treated fairly. And I get that. It's like, you know, when people are like, I know this is stretching it a bit, but I don't want to like play it down in case they do become sentient in the future and they're like, God, he didn't care about our rights back then. But you know, when they say like, you know, you get the, you know, EDL member saying, they're coming to our country and they're stealing all our jobs. What if us saying stuff like, "Oh, I don't like that robots becoming writers because they're taking all the jobs." What if that is in some way going to end up sounding the same? Do you know what I mean?
So you're saying right now robots are being made into slavery, but in the future, if they're made to be civilians, they're going to be upset that they were once slaves and gave
Yeah.
us restaurant food.
Because think
I'm
about
sure they won't be upset.
We can just program them to not be upset.
that's a really,
Exactly.
really mean thing you've just said.
Oh my god.
Oh, we've got 9 minutes left.
Uh,
Oh no, we've
we'll
9 minutes in.
Oh.
We'll speed run one last question.
Okay.
Oh, should marijuana be legalized?
Oh, well, this is
Yes.
one we can't speed through.
I don't really care.
I think all smoking's bad.
I agree.
Just saying.
I think it should be legalized because it's very helpful for some people. Although for some people, it's very bad. But for the
Yeah,
people
like
that
if they've
need
got
it,
schizophrenia. or
can we
something.
not? For the people that it does help, I think it should be legalized. But I don't know. It's a bit of a rough one, isn't it?
Yeah.
There we go.
It's strange.
Ending on that note.
Anyway.
Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next week.